Whatever you think about the role of immigrants in this country as a nation of laws, what we have right now is a system where kids who have lived here their entire lives go from Nogales, Arizona to Nogales, Mexico to give their moms a hug without a steel beam in the way. They get banished and must go live in another country where they've never lived before, where they might not even speak the language. That's the deal now.
The U.S. Senate has passed an historic immigration bill, 68-32.
The yeas on this bill are 68, the nays are 32. The bill as amended is passed.
Order in the gallery.
The legislation offers the hope of citizenship to millions here illegally while promising a military-style surge to secure the border. But there is still a long road ahead.
Finally, weeks ago, I, along with the leader and the whip and Chairman Goodlatte, issued a statement that I thought was pretty clear. But apparently some haven't gotten the message. The House is not going to take up and vote on whatever the Senate passes.
Declare that we are American. I carry with me my mother, my father, my sisters, who embody everything that I know that is good and true about this country. And in spite of the pain this country has caused my family by deporting my mom, I believe in a country where I do not have to choose between my mom and my home.
We're here today, we're here tomorrow, and we're here tirelessly until comprehensive immigration reform. Everybody in Washington, D.C. must understand. You can run away, but you cannot hide from this movement. 1,200 people will be deported today, 1,200 tomorrow. Hundreds of children will be left without a mom or a dad. There is an urgency to the moment and an urgency to action.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
What they fail to understand is that the immigrants of today, many of them came here as children. They're American and everything but a piece of paper.
I have lived in the United States for over 20 years, and every 4th of July, I celebrate being an American.
Ev was traveling up every other week. So she was constantly doing actions with United We Dream or, doing a lot of events in Capitol Hill. So I would go with her as she bird dogged senators and congressmen, and I was just like, oh my God, I can't believe you do this. So she called me up. It was like, I don't know, it was like a weekday, and she was like, would you be interested in testifying before the House? And I was like, okay, what does that entail? She's like, you would just read your testimony and answer some questions. And I was like, okay, I think I can do that, sure.
Ms. Pamela Rivera is a native of Florida and the daughter of immigrants from Colombia. She's a graduate of Florida State University and is currently pursuing a master's degree at the University of Florida. She's worked for various nonprofit causes, including the Salvation Army. Although she is a United States citizen, her sister is an undocumented immigrant who was brought to the United States at a young age by her parents. Welcome, Ms. Rivera.
We all grew up in the same home, attended the same schools, spoke English, played lacrosse. But there was one major difference that would come to dominate our lives. Sarah and I were natural-born U.S. citizens, while my sister Evelyn was brought here on a now expired visa. It wasn't until high school that I found out for sure about my family's immigration status. As hard as this was for my youngest sister and for me, there was always a light at the end of the tunnel. We were US citizens. Ev did not have that. She had to go through high school graduation knowing that there was no relief in sight. No path to college, no path to a normal job. She had to walk across that stage and into the shadows. I recently got married. I got married last month, and I had to go through the decision of trying to figure out how to do a wedding, because I have my sister who cannot leave the country, and I have my mother who cannot come into the country. So I was engaged for 2 years hoping that some type of solution would occur, and that at the very least my sister would be able to travel to Colombia. So finally, we just had to give in and we had to get married. And it was wonderful, but my mom was there via FaceTime.